Hey, it's Travis. You know what we got? Coffee, the dog. Now, I'm going to tell you, this dog cannot conceive of sharing. She can't do it. She does not know how to share. I have to just squeeze in to my favorite spot here and hope for the best. Let's see if she makes her noises. Anyway, um, I was thinking about this today, and it's pretty interesting. It's the question of how significant was Moses' punishment. For me, I've always thought, well, he ended up in heaven, so no big deal. I'm sure he didn't care that much, in the long run. When we had our first child, and we let my dad, my stepmother, watch her. After the first few times, my wife came up to me and she goes, "They're just spoiling her. They're spoiling her. They're giving her whatever she wants." And over time, it's been a constant, complaint that my wife has had. And I said, "Listen, they had to be parents. They didn't get to have fun with their children. It wasn't a possibility. They had to do hard work. Okay, it was better for them, in my opinion, to now enjoy a child in the family." And I think about my grandmother too, how much my grandmother was there for me in many different ways, but she wanted better for me than I wanted for myself. Truly. I remember one time when I first started going to church, when it started to become very obvious that my life was changing. Um, One day, it was like a Saturday, she goes, "Now, are you wearing that to church tomorrow?" I was pointing out something in my wardrobe, and I was like, "No, I've got some." She was okay. She's like, "You want to wear something nice when you see Jesus." But she always wanted more for me than I wanted for myself. Um, I think the punishment to Moses was significant in many ways, but also because he didn't get the fruits of his labor. See, it wasn't just a temporal punishment. He was battling an eternal battle. This was part of an eternal battle. And so to be denied, you have to keep this in mind too. I have a hard time, and I can't speak for anyone else, but I can speak for myself. I have a hard time relating to how much Moses loved the people of God. He was enslaved with them. When you're in a tough situation with people, you become very attached to them. I mean, this is not, a deep psychological, we all know this. Um, when you share a very tough experience with somebody, you get a very deep attachment to them. And I think Moses not being there in the end was quite a significant punishment because he cared so much. He didn't get to see the outcome of this. I've heard it said that he did end up going to Israel in the Mount of Transfiguration, but I think that misses the point. I think that misses the point. I think Moses, I mean, I'm not saying it's still a profound insight, but it's the real point was that he did not get that sort of conclusion to getting his people out of Egypt and where he wanted them to be. We took my grandmother out. We went to have a nice dinner. She didn't suspect a thing because she always loved to go out to eat. And I don't remember how we revealed it, but we revealed we were having children. And she was so full of joy. And it was like she had just seen everything come to fruition. And Moses didn't get that. And I think that's a pretty significant punishment if you really stop and think about it. But in the long term, what's still going to be there? What did Paul tell us? What will last forever is love, and Moses had that. That didn't go anywhere. All right, take care.